Hey, welcome. This is the virtual competitor briefing to give you guys an idea of what to expect for this 2024 Goblin Optimist Regatta, 100 boats. Very excited. That's a big turnout, and we're excited to have you and host you in beautiful Santa Barbara. Couple of quick thank yous to start with, and then I'm going to get right into where you need to go with your trailers, etc. Thanks to the Santa Barbara Yacht Club, the Santa Barbara Youth Sailing Foundation, all of our race committee, which is quite an undertaking, and onshore volunteers, and especially our regatta chair, Michelle Edwards. We really appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. My name's Brad Shawpeter. I'm the race director here at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. I will not be your PRO this weekend for once, as I recently broke my leg, so not on the water quite yet, but November 6th, I'll be back out there, but I'll be rooting you from shore and getting some drone video. All right, I'd like to start by doing a screen share just to show you where are you going to go when you arrive. So before I get into that, all the information you're looking for is going to be at sbyc.org/goblin-optimist-regatta. So you can kind of see all the documents you're looking for as I scroll down, a lot of stuff here. For instance, there's attachment H, harbor map, and attachment A, onshore staging. So I'm going to go pull both of those up, attachment A, attachment H, and we'll kind of start with attachment A, which is where you're going to end up. So this is actually not the yacht club for those that are brand new. This is our public launch ramp for Santa Barbara Harbor. And this is where our home base is. Okay, so we're going to have our regatta headquarters over here on the beach with some pop-up tents and some tables, snacks, etc. This back row is reserved for optimists. The rest of these rows you can use if you are a yellow trailer or sorry, a yellow trailer. My gosh, a yellow stall is for trailers or cars attached to trailers. That includes optimists on little dollies. So any of the yellow stalls, parking spots are available. We have the back row kind of reserved. It says we have this one reserved. We don't, but we'll be there early enough. We should have pick of the litter. And then parking is going to be at a premium. White stalls for parking. There's parking here and there's parking over here. However, this weekend is the Harbor Fest on Saturday, and around 10 to 11 a.m., it's going to get hairy. There's going to be a lot of people coming down to taste seafood. And that's over on the other side of the harbor, fortunately, but there's still a lot of people who want to come down and check it out. So parking is going to be pretty challenging post 10 a.m. So if you get there early enough, you get a spot, I highly recommend you keep that spot. If you move after 11 a.m., I think you're going to be fighting to find another spot for a while. That will calm down around 3 o'clock p.m. So fortunately, we'll kind of be heading out on the water as it really beefs up. But for those that are spectating, there's going to be some great lobster rolls and all kinds of good stuff you can buy at the Harbor Fest if you're interested. Okay, so back to this map. Parking in the yellow is for trailers and cars attached to trailers, as well as boats on dollies or trailers. Do not park your single vehicles in yellow stalls. Parking for single vehicles is in white stalls only. This is all kind of detailed on attachment A, as you can see. So you can read through that a little bit more. But how do I get there? I don't know why attachment H is taking a sweet time loading. There it goes. Okay, so if you're coming from the freeway, this is the actual area we're going to be in. So if you're coming from the south, you're probably going to get kicked out on Cabrillo Boulevard here. And you actually can't get in over here. You got to go all the way over here, okay? And then take your left-hand turn. If you scroll down, the Santa Barbara Yacht Club's way over here. So if you Google Map Santa Barbara Yacht Club, you'll end up in the wrong location. This is the SBYC parking lot. And where you want to end up is you want to take your turn into here, take your very first left turn into a kiosk, and then follow it all the way down. There's an automatic thing that opens up here, an automatic gate. And then you'll be down here is where you get the drop off the boats. So just to get a clearer view of that, you can see the 101 here, and usually it'll kind of kick you off over here, or one of these exits. But you're going to end up on what's called Cabrillo Boulevard, and right as you get to the harbor, it turns into Shoreline Drive. So that's one and the same. If you're coming from the other direction, you'll probably get kicked out over here somewhere. Usually it's Bath Street, but regardless, you're going to end up on Cabrillo or Shoreline coming from either direction. And then if I zoom in, you can see right across from City College, you turn into Harbor Way and take your first left. Once again, the Santa Barbara Yacht Club's over here, and that is not where we're going. That's where the party is on Saturday night for the kids, but not the racing stuff and the actual onshore staging. So you're gonna take a left-hand turn, and there's a gate right here, a parking gate where you can get a ticket to park in the harbor lot, and you'll follow this down, and any of this is harbor parking. But if you keep following it all the way down, if you've got a boat behind you in particular, you'll get to an automatic gate that opens here, and keep going down all the way. And there we are. There's the harbor launch ramp area. As stated before, this is the area in which we're putting all of our Opties. Coach boats, you know, can go any of these other yellow stalls, etc. And then cars can be parked in white stalls. You see there's more yellow stalls here. The vast majority of car parking's over here. So there's a bit of walking involved with our venue, and you know, apologies to those who aren't in favor of walking distances, but that's kind of how it works. So going back to our attachment A, you can see this is the same place. We're going to set up tents here in the corner of the beach, and we're going to have you know, our morning snacks, and that's where you can pick up your shirts in the morning and all that stuff. A couple of notes about this area is that we cannot have any of the driving areas taken up by boats rigging or lines forming or team meetings, right? So when you're having a team meeting, take it onto the sidewalk, keep it in these spots. The beach is wide open, a huge place you can meet. There's lots of areas over here. So if I'm looking at Google Maps, like you can meet over here. There's benches and stuff and the beach. But do not have your boats and all this stuff in these lanes. So when it's time to go launch, we're going to launch from this one or this one, and we're going to send out Champ Fleet first. And so we're going to ask the Green Fleet, just hold back in these rows. You know, if you're in the yellow spots, hold in those rows, let the Champ Fleet get out. Your dollies have to be brought back. They cannot be stacked at the base of the launch ramp. When you're launching, be careful. This can be slippery, especially at low tide. So take extra caution and take your time. You bring the dollies back, the boats go out. And then after the Champ Fleet is out, we'll launch the Green Fleet. And then that way we're not getting a big line of boats coming down, which should keep it nice and clear. A couple other notes is that we're not launching from these two, so that we can give some of the commercial traffic and the other public traffic that might want to go get their boats in the water space to do that. And the same is true when you're coming in. On the way in over here, there's going to be hoses hooked up. And we're gonna go ahead and take this and have a hose here with quarters that basically we will be able to, you know, rinse off boats. So as you come out, there'll be a line here, and we'll have a parent kind of helping rinse boats. It's gonna be a real quick, you know, rinse and go, and then back you go to derate. Okay, sorry for the delay there. I had a call come in while I was making this video. All right, let's see here. Coach boats. All right, so back to attachment H. I zoom out here, you can kind of see this is our staging venue. Coach boats can be stored, either pulled out of the water or stored on N-Tide D. So this is kind of tricky because, you know, we're going to go out to the ocean, run some races, or the Green Fleet's going to race in the harbor. We'll go over that in a minute. And then the coach boats at the end of the day, please follow your students in, make sure they make it to the shore. Remember, that's your responsibility. We'll have a tail end safety boat, but we need our coaches to follow their sailors they're responsible for and make sure they all get to the dock. And then you can take and put your boats on N-Tide D or the Youth Foundation dock, which is over here. N-Tide D is the recommended one. And yes, it is a bit of a walk all the way over the launch ramp. It's about 5 minutes, maybe 4 if you're walking swiftly. It's really not too bad, but people make a deal about it. One other thing I forgot to mention, there's free parking at Pershing Park over here. So if you do not want to pay the $10 per day per car, I think is what it costs, or maybe it might be $20 per day for car and $10 for a trailer. That's what it is. If you want to save that $20, you can park over here, or there's parking on Bath Street. So just keep that in mind. Plenty of places to park on the streets, and that's just a short walk over to this area as well. So once again, on this map, if this helps at all, there's a baseball park, and this parking lot right here is free, and then parking on Bath Street. Just keep an eye out for any street sweeping signs, but there shouldn't be any street sweeping on the weekends. Okay, let's see. So bathrooms. Back to attachment A. There's bathrooms kind of over here at this building here, individual ones, and right past here, there's individual bathrooms. If you walk further, going to this one, so there's this shop here, and then there's another one down here. There's more bathrooms. There's trash cans kind of placed all around this area. No trash, especially with all the candy and, you know, Halloween stuff that's going on this weekend. No trash should be dropped on the ground. It will blow into the ocean. We do not want that. So we're going to make sure we put our trash in the proper trash cans, all located all around the Harbor Launch Ramp area. All right. Think that's all I've got. Okay, so for t-shirt pickup, the good news is we have great subscription for the Scrata. The bad news is that I got 100 shirts thinking, okay, that's going to be plenty. I thought we were going to have like 80 to 90 boats. And so naturally, I've asked the Santa Barbara Youth Sailing Foundation sailors, we're going to do a second order for them so everybody out of town can get their shirts. There is a small possibility as I go through the shirt orders that we don't have the exact size that your sailor ordered. If that's the case, and you're adamant that they get that exact size, and we, you know, it's got to be a youth small, not a youth medium, and we maybe have a youth medium, we can either give you the different size or we'll mail you the shirt. And I apologize for any inconvenience that may cause, but we will make sure we honor what we said we would do. But I'm excited that we have 100 sailors signed up. It's a great turnout, and the shirts look fantastic. So I think you'll enjoy them. All right. Let's go to actual racing stuff. On here, you can also see there's attachment B racing area. So where will my sailor be sailing? So there's about 50 in the Green Fleet and 50 in the Champ Fleet. The Green Fleet's going to be in the harbor here. You can see it on attachment B, the racing area. And just to make it real clear, they're going to come launch from here, go around the corner, and race right here. Okay, so this is their racing area. So if you want to spectate, bring the old lawn chairs or the beach chairs and the beach umbrella, and you know, just kind of can watch right from here. It's going to be perfect. If you want to go over and do some wine tasting on the wharf, you'll be able to see the racing from there too. Green Fleet's real easy to see, and you should enjoy it a whole bunch. The Champ Fleet is sailing out in the ocean. So if we get a westerly, which is what we have right now, and I anticipate for tomorrow, we'll be over here, and that's kind of right off the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. So to watch the Champ Fleet, they'll sail out and come out and go right up here, most likely, unless something weird happens. And so you'll see the racing right out here. You probably will be able to see it with some binoculars, you know, the actual sailors and sail numbers. It might look like an amoeba of white sails out there if you don't have binoculars, just as a heads up. But I will be putting up the drone so we can get some footage, and so people can kind of watch their sailors after the racing's over and see how they did actually in person. So you can spectate for that, obviously, right on the beach in front of the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. You're also permitted to enjoy the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. I want to remind you again, Harbor Festival happens like all along here. And so this is very busy with people eating lobster rolls, and you can partake in that if you want to. But if you get a parking spot over here, do the walk. Don't tit your car and try to get a spot over here and come back, because you're going to lose your spot and you're never going to get a spot again. That's only Saturday. This is a new thing for us. Harbor Fest moved dates. So just as a heads up, be very cautious on Saturday about giving up your parking spot till after 3 p.m. Anyway, so you can walk over here, come on down to the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. And if you're going to enjoy the restaurant, you're welcome to go upstairs and eat some food up there and order some food. But if you're not going to be buying anything, then we would ask that you use the lower deck. There's plenty of space there, shaded space, and chairs that you can sit down and enjoy, etc. Or you can come out on the beach here if you want, and that's pretty much it. We have water filling stations and bathrooms, of course, as well at the yacht club. This is also the location of our after regatta party tomorrow night. And so we'll have, you know, barbecued burgers and hot dogs and other items here, and sort of kids can run around on the beach. It's a lot of fun. And I know it's a bit of a walk, but it is fun to get out there and meet some sailors. Again, it's about, you know, from the harbor launch ramp to the yacht club, maybe 4 to 5 minute walk. Not too bad. Um, Okay, and then when you come to the yacht club, if you do want to take part in the yacht club, reservations for the evening are very important. And if you're just coming by to watch or whatever, maybe try to get a little bit of lunch or a drink or something like that, then please let them know you're with the Goblin Optimist Regatta, and you can give the name of the sailor, and that's kind of your ticket to get into the yacht club there, as it is for members only. Let's see here. And obviously guests, you are all guests this weekend. Let's see here. All right, so let's go back to our main site here. You can see there's all these items. I forgot to mention this daily online sign-in needs to be done each day by 10:45. And the purpose of this appears to be a bad link, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'm glad that I checked that. There's a Google form. You fill this in, and basically it's going to ask for your sale number and the coach and all this stuff. And the reason we do that is each day we want to know if you're changing sale numbers, if you know, aren't going out, you know, that's how we know is you don't sign in. If you're going out, you sign in. That we will still have somebody checking at the launch ramp, but we need you to sign in to let us know you're leaving the shore and you're going out today. So anyway, you're going to sign in each day at 10:45. I'll fix that link. It should have been correct. I'm not sure why that's wrong, but we'll make it correct. And then this is where all notices will be posted. This is the notice board. And if you have a protest at the end of the day, we just have a Google form. It's the same thing as the US Sailing one. So you can do it on your coach's phone or, you know, a computer or whatever. And I'm going to see that happen in real time. As soon as it's submitted, no matter where you are, you don't have to hand me a piece of paper. I'm going to have it, you know, ding on my phone, and I'll say, yep, we got a protest. All right. Other things. There is a costume contest on Sunday, so we hope you'll take part. We have, you know, Jamba Juice gift cards for great costume winners and things like that. So that'll be a lot of fun. And obviously, we've kind of lined this up to be a lot of fun this weekend. You know, the Green Fleet's my wife is the PRO, and she's going to make it a lot of fun for the students, I think. So it'll be a lot of fun. But again, the costume contest on Sunday, 10:45 to 11 o'clock over at the launch ramp, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. One more comment is tomorrow we'll have a skipper's briefing, like this course chart and stuff. A lot of the stuff is for the Champ Fleet. But the Green Fleet will be slightly different, so they'll meet after the Champ Fleet, and there'll be a special meeting with Sarah Shaw-Peter, who will walk you through what to expect on the Green Fleet course and how she's going to run things. Okay. I think that's all we have. So again, we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at the Santa Barbara Harbor launch ramp, which is down here, not at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. The post-race festivities on Saturday are at the Yacht Club, and the post-race festivities on Sunday will be right at the launch ramp. We'll have pizza for them and awards right there. And we wish you all safe travels, and thank you so much for taking part in the 2024 Goblin Optimist Regatta. If you have any questions, please email me at racing@sbyc.org. That's racing@sbyc.org, and we'll see you all soon.